Hey artists! In this video, I want to show you how to use 3 of the digital art ideas I have in the Creativity Challenge this week. These 3 are pretty easy to use. Sometimes our computers don't like to cooperate, so if one of them is giving you trouble, maybe try a different one. But I'm going to show you all 3 in one video because they're not too tricky, but they are really cool. This first one I'm going to show you is the Neon Flame Painter. It's really, really pretty. And when you go to the website, you'll see something like this with just a black background and some colors on the side. So what I'm going to do is select the color I want to start with. And when I hold my mouse over the paper, nothing is happening yet. But if I click, do you see something starting to appear? Here it comes. Now I'm going to click and drag. That means I'm holding the mouse down and moving it around. And you may notice that the longer you stay in one space, the lighter and brighter the design becomes. So you can start to create these designs that, to me, kind of remind me of galaxy effects. I think they're really pretty. And I can, of course, change my color too. You can start to add new colors in the design. Remember, you have to click and hold or drag your mouse around, and you get these beautiful effects. Now, if you make something that you really like and you want to save it and share it, if you're on a Chromebook, you can click this download button at the top and it will go straight into your Google Drive, which is really handy. So if you want to share it with me on Google Classroom or by email, you can do it like that. If you make a mistake or if you want to start again, you can also hit the clear button and it will take everything away and give you a blank canvas again. Okay, that's the Flame Painter. The next one I'm going to show you is the one called This Is Sand. And when you first go to it, it may look like this. I have to click on my Chromebook in this box to allow Flash Player to run. Yours might look a little different, but that's how it works for me. And sometimes it takes a second to load. I'm going to click Start. And just like the other one, you start with a blank canvas. But this time, when I click, it turns my mouse into pouring sand. But I can move it around and it pours in a realistic way. So you can create these cool mountains and valleys. But of course, that's not all. You can change your color. And I do that by going in the box in the top corner, and I can select the new color that I want and go back to adding to my design. I find this one to be really relaxing. You can move around fast, or you can stay in one spot and go slow and make some really cool things. If you make something that you want to save, let's see if I can find it. I clicked on that circle in the corner, and I think I go to the question mark. No, got it. Oh, I know where it is. It's kind of hiding. It's a little hard to see, but there's 3 little lines in the top left corner. If I click on those, aha, this is where it is. You can see a gallery of other people's art and the beautiful designs they created, and you can also save your work. So I'm going to click Finish. And yes, I am finished. Oh, sorry guys, I've got it wrong. I don't want to click Finish. I want to click the camera. Aha. That did it. That is going to let me save it into my Google Drive so that you could share it if you wanted to share it. All right, that is thisissand.com. The third digital art website I'll show you today is pretty cool because it's close to home for us. This website is made by the Columbus Art Museum about an artist who lived in Columbus named Amina Robinson. And when you first go to the link, you may have to click this box to allow Flash Player like I do. I'll click Allow, and some music starts to play, which is pretty cool, but I want you to be able to hear me too. So I'm going to click the pause button right there in the corner. And there are lots of things to explore on this website. You can click Meet to learn about the artist, Amina Robinson. You can click See to see some of her artwork that the Columbus Art Museum has. I'll let you explore more about that on your own, because what I want to show you right now, oh, here goes the music again, pause. I want to show you how to create your own artwork. So this button right here opens a new window. It may take a second to load, where you can create your own digital collage. Some of you have been making collages at home in the last couple weeks. Remember, collage is where you use lots of different supplies or paper and you cut and glue them together. Amina Robinson used lots of different things for her collages. So when I click this Get Started button, the first choice I have is what I want my background to be. I could have it just be plain white, but you could choose a texture background if you want. So I'm going to use this one that looks like a brown piece of paper. And then at the bottom of the screen, there are different categories of things you can add to your collage. Like I can add different kinds of buttons and seashells. When I add them to the collage, they pop up in the middle, but I can click them with my mouse and move them around. And I can also make them bigger or smaller. I can click on them to change their size. I can rotate them and add some more things. I can do a feather. This feather is a good one to rotate. I can turn it around the totally opposite direction if I want. And there's lots of different choices you can explore, different kinds of fabric, lots of different kinds of fabric patterns, different kinds of cloth. So you can experiment with creating your own designs too. Now, I think that there is a way that you can save this to your computer. The save button up here is a little bit confusing because it doesn't save it to your computer. It saves it into the Columbus Art Museum's gallery, which is cool too. But if you want to save it to your computer, if you know how to take a screenshot on your Chromebook, that's one way. But I'm going to click this print button right here. Wouldn't you know it, my print button isn't cooperating. Well, artists, if you figure out a way to save it and share it with me, that would be awesome because I love to see your artwork. What I'm going to do is take a screenshot. If you're on a Chromebook, I don't know if you know this skill, but what I'm doing is I'm pushing Control, Shift, and then across the top of my keyboard, there's a button that has a rectangle and two little lines next to it. And when I push all three of those buttons at once, it lets me select part of my screen, drag what I want to include, and when I let go, it saves it into my Google Drive. So that was Control, Shift, and the button at the top that looks like a rectangle with two straight lines next to it. So I'm sorry if that's a little bit confusing, but even if you're not able to save your artwork, it is really cool to play around with. So I hope you enjoy checking these websites out. And if you have any trouble, send me an email and I will see what I can do to help. Okay? Hope you have fun.